Hey guys, I'm Greg, and today, well, we're having a hard day today. We're having a rough go of things. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and I didn't feel like I had anything strong enough to make a video on today. So today we're going to be talking about a bunch of different things. I'm going to talk a little bit about what's been going on with me and what's going on in my life. I'll tell you the sorts of things that I had prepared for today. And we'll also talk a little bit about what is coming up in the future. So what's been going on for me? We are potty training our daughter, and it has been a really draining process. It's been frustrating. It's been emotional. It's just been it's been feeling like it's been putting us through the ringer because we'll have a great day followed by a bad day, and it's a little bit maddening. As if you're a parent of a toddler, you know that you can't control things as much as you strive and as much as you hope that you could. They're still pushing boundaries and so forth. But anytime that she has an accident, we take it personal. We look at it as our own personal failings, as opposed to recognizing that it's a normal part of the process that most kids go through. And that's been really difficult for us. So at the end of the day, we've been really drained, and we've really only had enough energy to sit on the couch and watch something. And we've been watching the newest season of Queer Eye on Netflix, and I'm going to tell you, it's pretty delightful. It's a fun show. It's not really the kind of show that I would choose if had a gun to my head. Now, a makeover show is not going to hurt anyone. It's fun. It really is. But it's not superheroes. So, you know, again, that's really what I am more into. So, speaking of things that I am into, lately I have been doing my own little self-care routine where at the very end of the day, right before bed, I have been sitting there with my iPad and I have been watching a little bit of anime. Specifically, I've been watching Attack on Titan, which, if you guys are not familiar with Attack on Titan, it's a really exciting anime about, well, humanity's been pushed to the brink. They live in a giant walled city, and they're constantly under threat of attack from these giant humanoids called Titans, who really all they seem to want to do is to eat humans. And it's exciting, and I'm probably not doing it justice when I describe it as such, but it really, I'm on season 3 now, and it is just a fantastic show. There's so many twists and turns. There's a lot of underlying mysteries that really get you locked in and get you excited to see what happens next. And again, it's just been really good for me. It's my self-care, where I sit there and I kind of zone out, and I just get immersed in something that I am absolutely loving. So what is it that I wanted to talk to you guys about today? Well, today I was planning on doing a video talking about some trailers that I'd seen, specifically Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, The Witcher, that's coming out for Netflix, and Cyberpunk 2077, which is a video game that's coming out hopefully soon. It's been in development for a long time, and it looks like it's starting to get towards the end, but we'll see when it actually is in our hands. But Star Wars, first off, anything Star Wars, I'm gonna get excited for. I love Star Wars. The storytelling is so good. The universe is so well fleshed out and exciting. And this newest one has a few things going for it which have really piqued my interest, like the name. I think that we're really going to find out that Rey has been a Skywalker this whole time, and I think that we're going to find out that Rey is Luke's daughter, despite the fact that he kind of acted like he didn't know her, and the fact that Kylo Ren said, yeah, your parents, they're nobody. I just think that we're going to find out that she was left on Jakku by Luke, who was trying to keep her out of harm's way and really just to protect her, to make it so that she wouldn't get involved in whatever galactic troubles that Luke was involved with. So that's one aspect that's gotten me excited. Second, let me just tell you, I'm really excited to see Billy D. Williams back again. I think that that's, you know, they play with nostalgia a lot. You know, with the prequels, it was like, oh yes, well, we need to have C-3PO in here, we need to have R2-D2 in here, because you're not going to think it's Star Wars unless you see all of your favorite characters. For whatever reason, that bothered me a lot more than seeing seeing Lando back in the cockpit. I'm pretty excited to see that. I don't think it's going to be a huge, in terms of percentage of the movie, I don't think that that's going to be a huge thing, but, you know, having it in the trailer was exciting for me to see that. And I think really, when it boils down to it, we're going to see kind of a course correction. It's going to take a lot of the things that The Last Jedi did and really throw them out. Kind of like, you know, critics have been saying that Last Jedi did to The Force Awakens, and I think that we're going to see more of what the original trilogy was planned to be. Of course, maybe it was all planned to be this from the start. I don't know. I'm not in those rooms, but we'll see how it goes. And lastly, that whole bit with Palpatine is very intriguing. How is he laughing in the trailer? Is he still alive? Is he maybe a Force ghost? Is he some other entity at this point? You know, the Force ghosts seem to be connected with the light side of the Force. Is there an analog for the dark side of the Force? I'm not sure. You know, and we haven't really seen it in this new canon that we have. So that's going to be really interesting to see as well. Next, The Witcher. So just full disclosure, I have not played much of the Witcher video games. I played a little bit of the first. I have not read the books, so I don't really know a ton about the story. I've been able to pick up things here and there from people doing reviews or story videos that I've seen online. But what I will say about The Witcher, from what we saw from the trailer, this has a lot of potential. But with that, there's a very slim margin for error, and we could find this to be huge. They can do it really, really well, or they can do it really, really poor. And if they do it really, really well, this has the potential to blow up big. And I'm talking, this could fill the void in our hearts that Game of Thrones left when it ended. It really could be that next show that gets people excited. It's got so many aspects of Game of Thrones, but, you know, again, we have to pump the brakes a little bit, and we have to not get excited until we actually see the final product. But The Witcher has magic. It's got, well, it's got sex, from what I know of the video games. It's got adventure. It's got just suspense. It's got action. And I think that it could be really, really good. So I'm going to remain cautiously optimistic and trust that the people who are making it are going to do a good job. And lastly, Cyberpunk 2077. You know, this is a game that I've been watching for many, many years at this point. It's been in development for a very long time. And I think it's going to be really fun. It's going to be a really great story. It's made by the same people, CD Projekt Red. They made the Witcher stories, the Witcher games, which are very rich stories. Again, I'm just telling what I've heard, but it seems like this game could be something special. Unfortunately for me, I think that I am going to miss it just because it looks like it's going to be a truly massive time commitment, and I could play it a little bit each night and be done in it in 3 years, or I could just find out how everyone else is experiencing it and sort of live vicariously through them. So we'll see. But I will say that I absolutely love cyberpunk. I love post-apocalyptic stories. I love dystopian futures, and I think that this would be right up my alley. So what about things that are coming up in the future? Well, this weekend I have some time set aside, and I am hoping to make a new video game centric video. I had a ton of fun making the video about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Rescue Palooza, and I'm hoping to do the same with a new game. So we'll see if that comes to fruition, and either way, even if I hate the game, I'm still going to be excited because it's going to give me the opportunity to do some gaming, and that's going to feel real good. Other things that I've been really interested in lately, though again, not enough to really make a video at this point. You know, the idea of voice acting is very, very intriguing to me. The idea got put back in my head a few weeks ago, where I was looking into the Rhode Island Comic Con and seeing all the celebrities that they were going to have on hand, and a lot of them were voice actors, so it really got me thinking about the whole idea of voice acting, and what does it mean to provide a voice for a cartoon, and that's something that for many years I've just been thinking would be such an amazing experience, to be part of something that is bigger than yourself, and it's a very exciting concept. Okay guys, well, there we have it. Again, I just felt like I didn't have enough to make a full episode, so I had to talk about a bunch of different things, and this was it was an off week, but I hope that next week and moving forward we're going to be back on the right path, and we're going to have much more interesting things to talk about, and hopefully we can get some really good discussion going accordingly. So I'll see you guys in a few days, and I hope that you guys are all doing great.